Hey, what's up today, guys? Random Andrew here. Welcome to a rather different kind of random vlog today. As you guys know, I am into a bit of target shooting, target practice with air guns. You know I enjoy the air guns, and I used to, if you go back in the vlogs, I used to actually do a few reviews here and there. My reviews, well, aside from this intro here, this is a new attempt at doing a review. That's right, I got something new to share with you guys today. As you could probably tell from the thumbnail, today's vlog will be my review of the Umarex Steel Force BB-gun. Before we jump into this, I want to give a huge shout out to the girl working at the Tractor Supply Company, otherwise known as TSC store. This was actually on sale a few months back. I seen it. Funds were not available to be able to get it then, and well, I got it this month, and I was almost willing to pay full price, which was close to $170, and she was able to pull up the old sale price and get it to me for that sale price of around $100 Canadian. Yeah, it might seem a little bit much, but let's get into what this thing is and we'll see why it's worth it. Number one, Umarex. Great company. I had the XBG before. Hef has a Umarex XBG. They're great, really reliable. They kind of hold their pressure throughout the whole CO2 cartridge. They don't seem to fall short as you're going. So with this, we're looking at 430 feet per second. And oddly enough, ReplicaAirguns.com in their videos tested it with a chronograph, and it was actually hitting 460 feet per second average speed, which is great. Has a reservoir capable of holding 300 BBs, and this little magazine here, I'll show you on the actual gun, holds 30 itself. The cool thing, it's semi-automatic. I needed the CO2 to be able to participate in some of the 3-gun mock airgun competitions. We're going to do a 3-gun style airgun competition eventually, and I needed something that'll keep up with what everybody else is going to have. So, semi-automatic, thank you to the CO2, uses two 12-gram CO2 canisters. Really neat how they've done it. 30-round magazine as mentioned before. It's got the built-in charge magazine. Uses a Picatinny rail. It's got one across the top, the underside. We're going to get to those. And of course, the 177 4.5mm steel BB. Smaller than airsoft BBs, but a little bit heavier. So that's what they're going to show us on that side of the box. Is there anything we need on this side of the box? Semi-automatic, 177, steel BBs. That's what I bought today anyways. You can use the copper. Smooth bore barrel. It says it is a 24.4 to 28.2 inches long because of the retractable stock. It says capable dangerous distance 325 yards. Everything else is listed. I've already read it to you before, so let's just get down to it. Who wants to look at a box? Here we go. First thing you see, you've got your manual. It's got your, there they are, warranty labels, your registration, and advertisement for more Umarex products. They actually had one of these there on the shelf today, but it's the Canadian version, so it's not 600 feet per second, but it's the Morph. It's actually 3 different guns in one. Oh, what's the other thing sticking in here? Do not return this product to store. I do not intend to. So, your manual gives you all your safety guidelines, how to fully operate and function the gun. We could sit here and read through this, but I know you guys would rather see this. Here we go. So let's move this box out of the way so you can actually see it. Maybe we can do something about our lighting too. Well, hopefully that helps out a little bit. I realize my lighting's on an angle, so to fully show you guys, I'm going to have to move this around just a little for you to see the detail. Apologies, but I'm working with the equipment I've got on hand. So, Umarex Steel Force. One of the first things I want to point out is the safety on this thing. Single fire, 6-shot burst. The magazine release is actually on this side, and this gets to what I want to show you guys. Okay, it's not going to accidentally drop out. You release it that way. This is your CO2 container. You pop the lid off, and there's where your CO2 goes. They even include 2 of these. I put one aside, but they include 2 of these little nifty tools for undoing and tightening your CO2. Voila, isn't that cool? All in the magazine. And then she just slips up in place just like that. Now, most of this is composite, it's plastic, including the extendable stock. It's got like 3 or 4 different positions of adjustability. Mine, because I got long, freakishly skeleton-like arms, will be out all the way. But you get the point. Got a rail here, we've got a rail here, we've got a rail underneath. The only spot where the rail is lacking is right here where the 30 round magazine is. So once you, oops, don't do that. Okay, I guess I'm getting ahead of myself. One of the things, other things I guess we'll look at is these flip up sights. So we've got this one here, and you've got your front sight. And if you're looking down them, it kind of gives you the idea of what you're seeing. I might opt to put a red dot or some kind of other sight other than these, because there's no adjustability in these flip up sights, as cool as they are. And that's where you fill your BBs. This is where you put your 300 BBs in, close it up, then you would retract this, lock it down in place, shake it the right way, and that'll all fill up. You'll see it fill full of BBs. Oh, and don't do that. I just did it twice, and I don't mean to. So there is actually, other than a lot of alloy internals inside the Umarex guns, obviously the barrel, but this muzzle brake that they've included, hang on, this muzzle brake on the end, that's metal. It's all metal. It's pretty cool. I like it. So some of the other things, you'll notice this has a functioning charge handle. Safety's on. So if I pull that right now, nothing. Charge handle. That's pretty cool. I like that. So I'm sure there's a ton of things I'm forgetting to show you guys on this, but as an introductory review, without having field tested it at all yet, I'm gonna have to say that I think this is gonna be pretty fun. I like it. It's pretty comfortable, has a good amount of weight to it. And one more thing before we end this review, if I put this here and I put this here, this is the M4177 by Crosman. It's a sweet little gun. It's a sweet little air rifle. This one's Rob's, Chewy's. I've had one before in the past, and I was quite satisfied with it. He's still running iron sights. The biggest difference is this one is a pump pneumatic, so like you pump it up to pressure, then once it hits its pressure, you're good to fire. This one's CO2, it's semi-automatic. This is single fire. This one will fire every time you pull the trigger, as long as there's BBs and air ready to go. But the construction of the two, very similar. They're both modeled after the AR-15 platform. They both have nearly the identical extendable stocks. You're going to see this around your barrel guard right here. This body, the main part. This is actually the pump handle for the Crosman. See? And this is solid, and it's done more narrow, tactical. We'll flip them over and get the other side by side. As you can see again, still very, very similar. This is going to be fun. We'll be doing a field test soon, so stay tuned for that. Now I am hoping within the next few days to get out and do some test shots, some test target shots. Maybe we'll take some cans out and shred them, or some Tim Hortons cups. Something that actually shows that the oomph that the thing could have behind it. I don't know how to explain it. But we'll get to testing it in the next few days. So if this video has been posted a while, I guarantee you there's a testing or field test of the Umarex Steel Force. I had to remember. Now there is another one called the Umarex Steel Storm. They're not alike. They're not the same, but internally they might as well be the same. Just a little bit newer components on the Steel Force. Now there's another one I might be interested in trying someday called the Umarex EBOS, E-B-O-S. Looks mighty interesting. Been looking into a few more of these CO2 semi-automatic BB guns. I haven't seen too many semi-automatic pellet guns out there that really pique my attention, but something in a 22 caliber would be great. Oh yeah, I mean, we could cut pop cans right in half with something like that. Anyhow, thanks for watching. That's been a quick review for the Steel Force Umarex BB gun. Stay tuned. A field review coming up. Good night, folks. Vlog over.